This hat is signed by the band members of 1920. Look at that. They are awesome. And if you haven't checked them out, you absolutely should. What does that have to do with Project Palermo, DP, I hear you ask? Absolutely nothing. So let's go play some Champions League games. Welcome to the DP Dome. I am your old mate DP, and this is Project Palermo, where we find ourselves in 4th place. Why am I dragging a house around on the screen? Can you see that? I'm dragging a house around. I don't want to do that. Let's put the house back. There we go. We're 4th place in Serie A. We're on 45 points. Milan are on 58 points. That loss against AC Milan really hurt us, but we do have a game in hand over Inter, and we should be able to jump them. So that could happen at any time. I'm not sure when the game in hand is played. Results-wise, we've been doing some football things. So there's a match against Milan. We then beat Empoli 3-0 in the Coppa Italia, and then we beat Roma 2-1, and that was an epic victory very late. We were 1-0 down for a long time. One of our new signings, Antonio Crea, has joined the club. He scored in the 81st minute, and then Otto Graziani grabbed a winner in the 95th minute. It was awesome. Crea also scored on debut against Empoli, and I'm liking the look of that guy. We might have an absolute bargain on our hands. You couldn't see any of that properly because I haven't changed views. So let's just do that now, shall we? So as you can see, we're 7th place in the Champions League. We've qualified our way through already to the playoff spots. Could still finish bottom of Serie A. I don't see that happening. We've been pretty good, and results have been decent despite the couple of little hiccups there. The loss against Torino really sucked, and the loss against Milan was really painful. But overall, we're doing just fine. And I just had a Windows notification on my screen. So everything's going great at the moment. We've also got to play Torino again in the league in between these Champions League matches. We've got Galatasaray first up, who are way down the bottom of the Champions League table. And then we've got Barcelona, which is probably the biggest game of our group, and we need to face them. In terms of transfer news, again, we've talked about the new players who are in. I cannot get Paul Valentin Garcia in the squad, so I'm trying desperately to loan him out. But we have brought in a couple more bodies. One of them is this guy, Mark McGovern. We may have talked about him. Yes, we have, because he's got that awesome Spanish name of Mark McGovern. He's in now, and I think he's going to be good. Once he's fit, he came in injured, so I actually just need to put him put him on a rehab training regime. For no other reason than to deal with his injury. There's nothing else going on there, no shenanigans at all. And I am trying to move on Tammy Abraham because he's been terrible of late. He's in the last year of his contract. He's 33 years old. We're paying him $100,000 a week. So I'm trying to get him out of the club and as much off the wage bill as possible. We have had a bid from Udinese of 2.1 million, with us paying half his wages. So cutting that bill from $100,000 to $50,000 a week. And hopefully he goes, because I don't think we're going to need him. We've got Endrick, we've got Ulic, we've got this young Crea who's been doing really well. He was 2-star when he arrived. He's now 2.5. We've still got Otto knocking around the place, and we're resting a few players for the next match. But we'll deal with that in a minute. Let's get into the game and play Galatasaray and hopefully drag ourselves up a little bit higher in this table. It does suggest making a couple of changes, and I think I will. We'll rest Raul and we'll throw Maturo into the mix. And it's telling me to play Otto up front over Endrick, but this is a good chance for Endrick to get a couple of goals under his belt. We can also probably afford to rest the gift, and I think I'll do that just because. Yeah, what's the worst that can happen? We'll find out in a minute all together. If you watched the last video, you may have noticed I was speaking a little bit quietly and a little more reserved than usual. A bit of behind the curtain for you. My lady friend got home from work. She's quite tired. She went to have a lay down. I needed to record the video to get it out. So I was trying to keep the noise down. I know it's a bit weird. I did boost the level in the edit a little bit. Hopefully that helped. But if it was hard to hear, I do apologize for that. But not really, because I was doing a nice thing for my lady friend. So you can deal with that. Anyway, we're doing the team tour. Get out there, make a difference, do all the things, lads. We are at home against Galatasaray. I think this is our last home match because we played Barcelona away in the Champions League. And then we're into the business end of the whole deal, which is very exciting. You can see our stands are a little bit higher now. The construction work is continuing on our expanded stadium. We've been operating with a reduced capacity this season, and hopefully when it's all done and dusted, our attendances are going to skyrocket. We'll have even more money to spend, and we have spent some money on transfers. So I did ask the board for some extra transfer budget. They gave it to us, sold a couple of players that boosted things, and I think we've managed to spend about 50 million quid on players just in the January window, which is nuts. We've never really been able to do that before. So things are changing here at Palermo. It does mean our bank balance has dropped, where we've hovered around 50, 60 million for a long time. We're back down into the 20s. So a really good Champions League run would be immensely beneficial. The other thing that's immensely beneficial is Zakir getting us off the mark against Galatasaray in the 10th minute with a lovely, well-worked goal. Look at his work here. Deals with this defender pretty handily. Little turn over to Guerreri, passes it back to Zakir, and then just smashes it home inside the goalkeeper, or in between the goalkeeper and the near post. He's coming good. I like Zakir. I was a little bit worried that we had another repeat of a youngster who just was never going to get there, like Enrico Urbani and a couple of the others we've looked at. But no, he's done really, really well, and he's becoming one of my favourites, mainly because he's got a glorious afro on top of his head. It's amazing. There's Mauro into Janssens, who shoots and scores. Camille Janssens with his 5th goal of the season from midfield. He's been playing more and more as a defensive mid, pushed him up into the more central area of midfield, or the more attacking region, and he's been loving life there. Mauro, of course, is still going great guns as far as I'm concerned. Alvaro Lopez has come along leaps and bounds after seasons out on loan and being a bit player, so getting a couple of those older guys out of the way has done wonders for him. I tell you who has gone off the boil though is the gift. He's not been playing super well, which is part of the reason I've been resting him today, because he's been a little bit disappointing this season, and I'm hoping to get some more out of him. But you know, he's the gift. He's going to be fine, and I'm not going to stress. And if he does go completely off the boil, we'll just sell them, because we'll make a fortune on that transfer. Didn't really cost us a lot of money, if memory serves. Maybe he did, and I'm mistaken, but I think I'm right in that. Good work from Maolo to cut out that pass to the inverted fullback, cutting inside, playing more centrally, which is exactly what we want to see. Here's Zolas, our Greek player, who's been very handy, a good pickup, and he was director of football signing. There's Endrick. That's what we wanted to see. A goal from here, number 12 for the season. He's our top scorer in Serie A. He's not quite scoring at the rate that Tammy Abraham was last season, but then Tammy Abraham didn't hit 30 goals. We are in January. I don't think Endrick's going to get there, but he's basically our first choice striker right now. And then Freya, the youngster, is apprenticing him, which I think is great. And we're looking good long term. We've got a lot of 18-year-olds in this squad, so we don't have a whole bunch of experience to draw on, which could be a concern. But I think we've got enough players in the squad like Maiolos, Guerreri, Sakati, Zakir, Gratiani now, who've been in and around the Champions League and performing at higher levels for a long time, or a number of years now, and that's where our experience is. And what's awesome is most of the experience in this squad is still under 21 years of age, and they've been knocking it out of the park. I do still think there's maybe one or two missing pieces of the puzzle, just a truly world-class elite player. And depending on how we go this season, if we get a big fat transfer key, I've been toying with the idea of taking all of it and throwing it at one signing to try and fix that problem. Maybe someone with really good leadership, a lot of experience, a winning mentality, just to help push everybody over the line. But then part of me is like, let's keep collecting wonder kids and take a couple more years and just build an absolutely ridiculous super team, because I don't often do that when I'm playing Football Manager. So it'd be a new thing for me. Coupled with the fact that I never thought in a month of Sundays playing as Palermo we'd be in the position we are in such a short space of time. It's only really been 6 seasons, or 6.5 now, And we're up there in the mix for league titles, challenging for the Champions League and going deep in that competition. That's what she said. And yeah, having a lovely, lovely time. We have conceded a goal though. I wasn't ignoring that. Galatasaray did score, but we're 3-1 up, so I'm not too stressed. Lopez tried to header that down and kindly gave it to a Galatasaray player. It's very kind of him, but, you know, kind of counterproductive. There's Jensen's again. 6th goal of the season. He scored from outside the area. Solis with the assist. And we're doing it easy. This is why Galatasaray are way, way, way down the bottom of the league. And apparently, Turkish football, not that great at the moment when compared to Serie A and the Premier League and La Liga and so on and so forth. But yeah, we're doing this at a canter. 60th minute, we can make some changes and we can get some experience in some plays. So Andrew can come off and I'll give you a look at new boy Kreia. Since we're dominating, I think I might take Solis off and we'll get the gift on, see if we can get a decent performance out of him. Our new defender Oscar is going to come on for Matero because why the hell not? Let's get, I want to get some of the youngsters on. I might rest Mauro. We'll get Bianco on. One more change. I would like to throw Otto on, Gratiani, but we've still got these youngsters. Do we go with Uphoff or do we go with Leka? I think I'll go with Leka. Is it harsh to take off Janssens when he's on a hat-trick? I think we'll leave it for now. We'll give it 10 minutes and then Leka can have a run around after that. We'll see if Janssens can get another goal. But still, 2 goals from midfield is epic. I don't think he's going to get too dirty if we do sub him off at some point, which I'm going to do now. 70 minutes gone. No harm in that. And we keep using the youth. Get more game time into them. Hopefully they develop. And Leka's not looked disastrous. Anytime he's come off the bench, it's been absolutely fine. We're going to drop some praise on the lads. We'll wait until this highlight in case we succeed. Concede. Oh, we're just hard. It's fine. They shot over anyway. So now we can praise the lads and there's very little danger. Here's Guerreri with a free kick over to Bianco. Fresh legs on the pitch. He's not fully fit. He was injured for a while. But again, I'm not that bothered. We're already home and hose. We're into the stage of the competition that we want to be. And, oh, that was a poor ball. Was that Leka? It was Leka. So he has put a foot wrong now. It was a little bit scary. Again, we're 4-1 up. We're not going to lose the game from here. We're absolutely fine. Zakir's had a really good game, which is nice because he's been a little bit off the boil lately too. So I'm hoping to see more big things from him. Bit of a confidence builder. Young Oscar there, conceding possession. Again, Oscar not fully fit. He had a run in the Empoli game and did quite well. But he's only a 2-star defender. We're playing some very big matches against very big clubs. And he's here to make up numbers at the moment. But more game time under his belt, he should develop, as we've seen from Kreia. And this is not his best effort, but he's out there, he's having a run. He scored every game he's played so far. I'd love to see him continue that. That was a good save from Brits, because that was a vicious strike from the Galatasaray attacker. And he's done really well to just catch that and stop it dead. Well done to him. Good pass from Lopez to find the runner Zakir. Needs some help. He's given away the ball. Can we apply some pressure and win it back, please? We do. Leka was lurking underneath, but wasn't able to get on the end of it. It's now with Bianco in midfield to Oscar. Passes it forward. Again, looking for Zakir, but no joy. Sakati has cut out the danger of a counter there. Zakir bursting into the box. Shoots and scores. Number 8 for the season for Zakir now. Playing on the right wing exclusively at this point. And yeah, we've got a player in our hand. Another one that we just randomly drawn from the next gen list, like Otto Gratiani, like Gif Sakane. Also, I believe Oscar's come from there. Mauro came off that list, Mayolo as well. And yeah, they've all just become excellent and pretty damn reliable, especially the defenders like Guerreri and Mayolo. They still have the odd off day, but it's few and far between. And that is a really good result for us. 5-1. Game time into the youngsters, good performances from our mainstays, even our bit part players like Solis. Very, very happy with that result. Great work out there, lads. You did exactly what you needed to do. We're just going to give Ulic a big pat on the head because he was excellent. Same with Janssens. Yep, did really well. very happy with everybody, really. No complaints from me, and that does move you fast, at least temporarily, up into 6 with Barcelona right behind us. We can't drop out of these positions now. I think we're pretty much home and dry, although I guess there's still... Well, no, we have qualified, but we haven't qualified for the round of 16. We've qualified for this bit. That makes more sense. Apologies for any confusion that's caused. So we do need a result against Barcelona. They've got a game in hand, so we could, in theory, drop down to 7th if they lose and get past us. And then Man City can still jump us as well, or at least equal our tally, depending on how many goals they score. So that complicates matters, that we do absolutely need a result against Barcelona. That's a problem. I'm going to rest the lads right here, right now for one day. And when we come back, after I've played the Torino game, hopefully we can avenge ourselves after the disappointment of the Supercopa final. We will face Barcelona away from home. We're going to Spain. Revenge on Torino. It was a 2-0 win in the end. Goals for Ulic in the 24th minute, and the gift on 59 minutes makes it 2-0. 24 shots, 11 on target, an XG of 1.79, 69% possession. Nice. So a victory there. We're on a winning run. We're doing quite well, but now we have to face Barcelona. The Champions League picture looks a little bit like this. We are in 8th place, so we've secured that playoff place. We want to avoid that if we can, but to do it, we've got to navigate our way past Barcelona, who've already qualified for the next phase. They're not likely to rotate and make it easy for us. It's going to be very, very difficult. We've got Arsenal and Newcastle ahead of us. We've got Bayern, Roma, Brest, Chelsea, PSG, Atletico, all breathing down our necks. Interestingly, Brest down here beat AC Milan in their last match. So that was pretty cool and helps us out a little bit. But we've got to get the job done for now against Barcelona, and that's what we're going to set out to do right now. The squad, we'll go through that in just a second because we've got to get through this page. So this is what we're sending out there to try and do the job. We've got Brits in goal, Mayolo, Raul, Sacardi, and Guerreri as our defensive line. That's the word I'm looking for. We've got a line. Speaking of lines, look at that one. We've got one between Raul and Sacardi already, only taken half a season. Beautiful. Jensen's playing as a deep line playmaker. Mauro and Graziani in midfield. Sakane on the left, Zakir on the right, Endrick up front. We do have a bid in for Tammy Abraham. We've got 3 of them, in fact. We are not going to get value for him. We paid $3.5 million. We're going to get under $1 million, but we'll get most of his wage off the book. So 700 grand from Sheffield United, 750k from Everton, and $500,000 from Brighton. We've also got a bid in for a couple of youngsters, Schiavi, £1.8 million from Frosinone, and another bid of £7.75 million for a youngster named Sarko, who is cracking it for game time, and I don't want to use him, so he can move on. Quite happy with that. Plus $7 million. And I put in a bid for another player here. I'm not going to bother you showing you him just yet. We'll wait and see whether or not that sign is confirmed. So you'll meet him more than likely in the next episode, assuming he comes in. We'll be buying him from Inter. In terms of the league situation, we're still down in 4th in Serie A, despite the win against Torino. We've played our game in hand now, and Inter are still ahead of us. And Napoli, I think, jumped us as well. So we've got a bit of work to do. We may not... I mean, I was hoping to challenge for the league this season. That's kind of fallen by the wayside. But right now, all we need to worry about, Champions League action. This is a ridiculously strong Barcelona team, which I'm sure you're all used to seeing in Football Manager. We're playing away from home, so we're in Spain. We've got our full strength squad out there. And yeah, McGovern, his first appearance today off the bench. Maybe he's still not fully fit. He's not quite there. I may just leave him on the bench and use Crayer instead. I would like to have a look at him, but I'd rather have a look at him when he's not completely broken. So that's a thing. Everybody's lined up. Let's get into the game and potentially take our medicine. If we don't qualify for the automatic round of 16, that'll be the first time in the history of this football club in the Champions League that's been the case. But we have had a lot of fixtures to play. Not everybody's involved in that Supercopa, so there's some extra matches there. And yeah, it takes a toll. Excuse me. We do have more strength and depth now, and I've been feeling a lot more confident about rotation and using different personnel as needs arise. There's a good run from Endrick, but he's lost the ball right at the end of that run there. We're applying some pressure to Barcelona. Zakir's come away with the ball. He shoots and he scores, and we get an early lead in the 15th minute. Zakir Ilic is on fire, and he has given us the advantage over Barcelona, and that could be a really, really important goal. So Ilic here just applying the pressure, comes away with the football. He's got support, doesn't need it, just tucks it away into the far post. Keeper can't reach it. And now, just blow the whistle, ref. End the match. Job done. We don't need to see the other 75 minutes of the game, or 60 minutes now. There's no point. Nobody cares. It was 70 minutes. Maths is hard. Zakir comes away with the football again. Mauro is caught, but launches it up towards Endrick. He can't get there. Graziani's got the football. Finds Endrick now on his own. Under pressure. Frankie de Jong. I've heard he can play football, and he's caused us some problems, but the gift is better than Frankie de Jong. Confirmed. Comes away with the ball, and yeah, good work from him. But now we've given it back to Barcelona, which we can't afford to do because we need to keep the football away from them. If they don't have the ball, they can't score. That's the trick. So, Gift, get in there. Get the ball back. Somebody, get the football back. Stop letting them run past us. Stop letting them make runs. Don't let them in behind, and definitely don't let Pedri in behind. That was an important challenge from Raul. Just taps the ball over to Brits, who collects it to minimise the danger. That was intense. As things stand, we're looking at finishing 4th if we can keep this going. Maiolo's picked up a knock though. He is bouncing back slowly, but we're going to have to substitute him, if not at half time, shortly thereafter. Hopefully a couple of slices of oranges at the break will do the job. The Gift is only on a 6.5, so he's probably going to get a breather in the second half. Happy with your performance, gentlemen. Keep it up. And we'll just try to rev everybody up as per usual. Keep the morale high. There's no real desperate changes other than Maiolo and possibly the Gift, but as soon as we get into the second half, I'm going to demand more from Sakane. We'll just keep an eye on Maiolo for the time being, but we've got back up on the bench for him. He reckons he can play through it. That's what all footballers say when they can't, regardless of whether it's actually feasible or not. Oh, we've got a bit of danger here. Barcelona in behind, and we fouled him in the area. It was Zakir with a silly challenge. We had him covered. We had him all locked up. The guy's gone to ground, and we've given away a penalty, which is really stupid. Now we need Brits to be a hero, or we're in all sorts of trouble. Come on, Brits. He saved it! Spike Brits has saved it. What a goalkeeper. What an absolute hero. His rating shoots up to a 7.9. Raul just leather it. He does. I think we've won a free kick. Oh, right. Now, we are going to make that change. We'll take Maiolo off, and I think it's going to be Gallo to come on just for a bit of experience. The Gift still isn't doing super well, so I am going to bring Solis on for him. And around the midfield, I'm just going to swap Graziani and Mauro over. Actually, we'll swap them over as well. Mauro can drop back to be the deep line playmaker. Janssens can come forward, and maybe we'll get a bit more oomph out of them. That will do for now. I don't want to go crazy with the changes. Ulic is having a good game. I'd love for Solis to get Endrick a bit more involved, because he seems to be very isolated up front. I am going to drop some praise on the lads because we're doing really, really well against Barcelona. But now they've got a corner, and hopefully I haven't just broken everything. A header has gone over the crossbar. Yeah. 20 minutes to go. We've got a corner here. Graziani crosses into the area. And that was Sakadi launching himself at the football in the air. No joy. Right, 15 minutes to go. Endrick. Disappointing. Do we throw Tammy on possibly for one last time? I think we will. Pause the game, DP. Janssens needs to come off. Alvaro Lopez. That's an easy change to make. And that will do for now. And I want to bring Kreyer on. We can. Do that now? No. We'll save it. In case we need to waste some time. Oh dear. Barcelona coming at us with the football. They've got runners and they're offside. Beautiful. Come on, lads. 1-0 doesn't do it. We need one more goal. Graziani's tired. Mauro's tired. This is not ideal. 10 minutes ago, Raul's tired. Sleepy centre back. Not what we want to see. I could throw Ratnik on. I don't know what to do. I want to make a change in midfield. I'm going to bring Bianca on in midfield and replace Mauro. Graziani can play on just some fresh legs in that deep line playmaker role. And hopefully that just hasn't ruined us. Just a couple more minutes to hold on, lads. Guerreri with the throw. Back to Bianca, who's already picked up a yellow card. Graziani open in the centre. Finds Solis in space. Back to Raul. This is good. Keep it away from Barcelona and just get it down the pitch. Solis with his fresh legs. Crosses in. Finds Abraham. He finds Lopez. He's got Zakir out on the right in space. Can he cross it back in? He can't. I thought he was fouled. No dice. Bianco collects a football. Up to Lopez now. Over to Gallo, who again, fresh legs, experience. Crosses in. Zakir underneath the football. No joy. But here's Guerreri shooting from outside. And he's hit the woodwork. Solis collects. Looking to get it back to Gallo. But Pedri's stolen it from us. We just about had that covered. 5 minutes to go. Or 4 minutes. In time added on. Come on, Solis. Just leather it. Get it out of there. Or find a pass. An easy pass. Brits now. Plays it forward. Gives it back to Barcelona, which we don't want to do. And now they're trying to pass around us. Neves crosses in. Frankie de Jong is there, but he skied his shot. Actually, Brits has got a hand to that, and it's a corner. Oh, this is too much. My heart can't take it. I can feel my pulse. Oh, my God. Brits has made a save there, and the little substitution thing popped up, but I thought we conceded. This is too much. Get rid of the football. Finally, it's a goal kick. Praise the lads. Keep morale up. 1 minute to go. Come on, boys. And we've done it. We've beaten Barcelona away from home. And we've dodged the stupid playoff round for the 3rd year running. That was awesome. Nobody gave us a chance. I didn't really give us a chance, to be honest. But Zakir was excellent. Spike Brits with that penalty save. That was the moment that turned it. Barcelona were desperate from that point forward. I'm not happy with the gift. I'm not happy with Endrick. And I have had a chat to them recently and set a target of an average match rating of 7. And yeah, that's not going to cut it, is it? But, oh, what a result. And we finished 4th in the league stage. And we finished above Manchester City, who threatened to derail the whole thing with that loss on match day 1. Finished above them on, I want to say goal difference. We have. And yeah, only 4 points behind Real Madrid at the top. We did finish, what, 2nd or 1st or something in the league stage last season. Don't care. As long as we dodge the extra games, I am a happy camper. Maiola's only out for a few days, so that's fine. Zakir has perfected the ability to play as a winger on that right-hand side. We've qualified for the round of 16. Another £2.4 million in the bank. Brits is player of the game, as he should be, because he's an absolute hero. Zakir gets his pat in the head. Another 700 grand of unclaimed money or whatever. Just to show you the bank balance situation. So 33 million in the bank. We're behind on the difference between income and expenditure. And the committed spending is slightly over the wage budget because of signings. But I think with all, yeah, we'll be saving 76 grand in wages. So that'll fix itself if all of these transfers go through. So there's the out. Chiavi, Sarko, Cristino was another one who could be going for chicken feed. And then Tammy Abraham for next to nothing, but 50 grand of wages off the books. So that is all looking really positive. We've got a couple of really important games coming up. I think what we're going to do is bypass everything that happens in February because the transfer window is about to close. I'll finish off all the Champions League registration. I'll play all of these offline because we don't need to see another intermatch here. We do need to see this one because this could decide whether or not we finish above Inter on the table in March. And then we'll play the first leg of the Champions League round of 16. And the day after that, we'll visit our old mates Monza and we'll play the second leg and see how we go if we can get through to another Champions League quarterfinal, which will be very exciting. If that's the plan, I reserve the right to change it because that's a thing that I do. But we are looking really, really quite good. I'm feeling very positive after that Barcelona result. And even in 4th place here, you can see, well, you can't see. Let me show you. Stupid mode changey things. 48 points, Napoli on 49. Inter on 50, and we've got a game in hand on Napoli too. We can go back up to third with a victory against Frosinone. Easy done. And then we need to beat Inter, and we need Milan to start dropping points. So if they can just be demoralized and bomb out of the Champions League and give up on everything, that would be awesome. I'm starting to feel like we are out of the title race, which I've already talked about, but there's an outside chance, and the higher we finish, the more money we get. And we do love money around these parts. That is your lot for today. We'll be back tomorrow with more Project Palermo. Don't forget to hit the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel, because there's so much coming up with the impending launch of Football Manager 25 and all the associated announcements. You don't want to miss that. As soon as I've edited this video and uploaded it for release tomorrow, I'm going to be streaming Deadpool FC. So to past you should watch that. And if you haven't watched it, give yourself an uppercut. We'll do it again tomorrow. It's going to be great. Until next time, I shall see you next time, folks. Say hi to your mum for me, because she misses me. I know she does. And be good. If you can't be good, don't get caught.